Welcome! Now I know I say this every time that I'm planning to do a quick video and I end up waffling and it's not that quick. But this really is going to be a quick video because all I've got to show you is some books and, well, what can I really show you regarding a book? But I was asked if I would make this video by the lovely Dark Unicorn Moon. I was telling her about some books that I'd bought and that I was thinking about opening them in a video to talk about them because they're to do with my favourite band. If I can get my finger in the right area. And she said, yeah, do the video, and she kind of talked me into it, so thank you, Nikki. I'm going to start with the last book that I read. This was actually a gift. It was sent via Amazon, but it was a gift from Kelly, aka Mrs. Geek, aka the fiance of Bearded Geek Reviews. Kelly, me, and a bunch of others are in like a Facebook group where we gift each other acts of kindness. And Kelly very kindly sent me this Record, Play, Pause, and it is written by the New Order drummer Stephen Morris. And to be precise, this is volume 1, the paperback, subtitled Confessions of a Post-Punk Percussionist from Joy Division to New Order. So this is going to be, I think, maybe a 3-part autobiography. Really enjoyed this. I read anything that I can lay my hands on regarding New Order. In fact, what I will do, I'll put up all of my iBooks, as they call them, or do they still call them that on Apple? And I've got a few of those that are New Order and Factory Records related. This was the last one that I read. It'd been out, I think, for about a year and a half. I'd never got around to buying it. The paperback version, I don't think it's been out too long. I mean, obviously, there's a lot to do with Stephen's childhood years and formative years. He's got a very dry wit, very funny guy, as he comes across in all the interviews that I've seen him in. And he also talks about the origins of his long-standing relationship with fellow New Order member Gillian Gilbert. So, a really good book, that, and it leads me on nicely to one particular mail opening. Thank you again, Kelly, for that, by the way. I know it was a couple of months or so when you sent me that, but thank you, and I'm glad that I was able to show it on camera. But that leads me to this mail opening. This is a brand new release from WHSmith. It's only come out this week, or last week, as this video will be going out about a week or so after I've filmed it. But I'm going to get this open, and you're probably going to be able to guess what this is. This is volume 2 of the Stephen Morris autobiography Fast Forward, the follow-up to Record, Play, Pause, Fast Forward. Once again subtitled Confessions of a Post-Punk Percussionist. I'm really excited for this because this is just going to cover, I don't know how much exactly, but a lot of New Order stuff. Whereas volume 1 here, a lot of that was his early life, which was interesting but not essential for me as a fan. And all throughout Joy Division, all throughout their short career, which is very interesting, but a lot of it I already know. And Joy Division, while I love them, they're kind of second to New Order, really, in the rankings for me. But this one is going to be sort of all New Order and everything that was going on. And once again, Stephen Morris, I'm looking forward to seeing his writing again because he's very witty, has a great style of writing. Like I say, these are books, can't really show you anything. They do have a few pictures in them, but not really good enough quality for me to stand here showing you these on camera. But this is the book that I'm going to get cracking into next. Been waiting for this. Had it pre-ordered from WHSmith. Can't remember the price. I also do have other New Order related books, actual physical ones. I've shown you the iBooks, the Apple books that I read on my iPad. In a way, I kind of regret getting so many on my iPad because I've realised over the years I do still prefer a physical book, and maybe a Kindle would have been a good compromise, but I think a lot of those books that I've shown you that I've got on iOS I'm probably going to end up buying again eventually physically. I just need to make sure I've got some more room somewhere as space is limited. I wonder why. I have got other New Order books that I've got physically, including an amazing Factory Records complete artistic history. Probably my favourite book, really. It's not a lot of reading in it, but just the pictures in it are so beautiful. I will have to show that in a future video, I think. Right, I've got one more thing to open. Now, this came a couple of weeks ago, and I've just not really been motivated to open it yet because I wanted Fast Forward by Stephen Morris to get here, and I wanted to read that first before I start on this. Once again, it pertains to New Order, and this is another follow-up, like Stephen Morris's Fast Forward is a follow-up to Record, Play, Pause. This was also off WHSmith, and this is quite an old book now, oldish. Inside Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures by former New Order bassist Peter Hook. Peter Hook, of course, he left New Order, I think that was around 2007. Quite contentiously, but I won't go into that. Now then, if you had eagle eyes, you may have spotted the Inside New Order book by Peter Hook in my Apple library. This is the one I've not read yet. I remember a friend of mine years ago said, "Oh, I've got a copy of this, I'll mail it to you," and he even asked for my address, but he never sent it me. I never did chase him up on that, but never mind, I've got one of my own now. Like I say, a lot of this I'll already know. The Joy Division story has been told many times by numerous people. It's great to get an insight from someone who was right there in the band, though. Hooky, of course, the bassist for Joy Division and New Order. And like with Stephen Morris as well, having the perspective of the band themselves or members of the band always gives that little more information. I know there was a lot of things that I found out in Hooky's book, the follow-up to this, Inside New Order, that I never knew before, even as a super fan. And even though I know the Joy Division origins and what happened and everything, there'll be some little tidbits, I'm sure, that I never realised about once I get into this. But I'll be reading this after this one. So, there we are. Like I said, I want to keep this as short as I could. Just wanted to show a few books. I was encouraged to by Nikki, aka Dark Unicorn Moon. So, thank you for that, and I hope I've not bored people too much with this little different sort of video that I've done. Thank you as always for watching, and of course special thanks to all of my subscribers and patrons. I'm going to go now, and well, I've got a couple of excellent looking, and I'm sure they'll be excellent once I've finished them, New Order related autobiographies to get cracking on. And I do hope that you will all join me again next time for my next book related video. Cheers everyone. See ya!